sideline there with AJ and Jalen and all those guys?
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't see what was going on with that. We're just trying to manage the game.
You were part of the TV show that you kind of interjected there.
Okay.
What did you have to say to AJ and Jalen? I guess
Guys, the conversations we have on the field are going to be private, and the conversations we have in our locker room are going to be private. Y'all don't need to know what was going on right there.
Nick, how fortunate do you feel you are being 2-0, and obviously you haven't played your best games yet?
You know, it's way easier to correct when you're 2-0 and no one's feelings are in it, and so we can really press in this meeting tomorrow that we're going to have with the players and hold ourselves accountable as coaches and hold them accountable as players, and that's what we'll do. And so obviously we're not playing. We didn't play our cleanest game. I think the first week was a little bit of a more clean game for the defense, and not as clean for the offense, and a little bit vice versa tonight. So we'll go back. It's you're right. We're 2-0, and a lot of teams would like to be sitting at 2-0. And like I said, when you're in this position, you can really and guys don't know that we're not playing to the best of our abilities. You can really that's where you can make a lot of growth.
What did you see from DeAndre Swift in the running game tonight to really get it going?
Yeah, it was pretty good, huh? It was pretty good. Yeah, he just showed a vision, explosiveness. I thought the offensive line did a phenomenal job of pushing them off the ball right there, and so was really just really pleased that he protected the ball. Protecting the football is not an easy thing. You saw the opposite of the ends today. We did a great job of taking it away. Would have had another turnover there at the end on defense had we not been offsides. And then our guys did a good job of taking care of it. Besides that, the interception, and that was a lot of touches too. So again, just not only pleased with how he saw it and how he hit it, but also with how he protected the ball, especially when they're coming after it in situations at the end of the game like that.
On that first touchdown drive, when you run it 13 of the 16 plays, did you anticipate running it that much, or was it like, hey, it's working first and second, let's keep on going?
Yeah, you go in thinking, hey, they're doing this, and you're trying. The good thing about us is you're always trying to put the players in the best position to succeed while also doing what you do well. And what we're fortunate enough to be able to do is that we do run the ball well and we do throw the ball well. And we were able to do what, in those scenarios, you're able to do, either one in those scenarios. And so we went in with the notion that we were going to run it a little bit in that set, and we did. And that's a credit to the offensive line and DeAndre, who was getting the bulk of the carries right there.
I think this is the 10th time since you've been here you went over 200 rushing yards.
I love that stat. Come on, baby.
Jason always talks about, offensive line. Landon just said, I'd rather punch somebody in the face than get punched in the face. When you have that kind of success running the ball, why does it take you so long to get there at times?
Again, like I'll have to look at how many plays we had before we got into that. Similar style defense that we were playing tonight, that we played last week. And I think when we got ourselves a little bit out of our rut in offense last week, it was to pass the ball. So, we had a pretty good second quarter of rushing the football. I know everyone wants it to happen immediately, but our offensive coaches did a nice job of getting to the run game in that second quarter, and we ended up getting a 6-point lead going into the half. So. But again, just a lot of credit to our offensive line and DeAndre and Rashad had some good carries and Boston had some good carries.
You had a lot of emotion at the end of the first half when you guys were down by the goal line. Minnesota ended up calling the timeouts. What was the point of angst, I guess, there?
Oh, with the fumble?
This was by the goal line. Minnesota called the timeout right before you guys got in. You were upset. I don't know. You were talking.
Oh, yeah. Again, I think it was more. I got you. Not at the end of the half, but like not the very last drive. But I got you. Sorry, Tim. I get upset so much that I just got to be reminded. No, I'm teasing. I was upset. We were trying to go fast, and they kept standing over the ball. And I first was mad at the officials for standing over the ball, but then they told me that it was because somebody had stepped off to the sideline, and then I was mad. Like we wanted to go fast there. Somebody stepped out of onto the field, so they treated that as a substitution and stood over the ball and took our advantage of going fast away. So I was more upset with our operation there as coaches, not and players of not staying back there so we could go fast. That's what it was about.
That was one example, but there was a lot of emotion, it seemed like, on the sideline all night. Like, what do you attribute that to? I know there's always some, but it seemed elevated.
No, it was. I wouldn't say I was any more emotional. I know y'all aren't just watching me out there. Like, so I don't want to say I was any more emotional than I normally am. That's just I'm not going to stop coaching. I'm going to not stop being who I am as a football coach. And so I didn't feel like it. Maybe I'll have to reevaluate tomorrow and see what it was like. But I didn't feel like it was any different than I normally am.
Nick, throughout your coaching career, especially as a wide receivers coach, how, in general, have you tried to address it, smooth it over whenever a receiver might not be happy about not getting the ball?
Hey, at the end of the day, we got really, really good players with really good guys on this team. I can't tell you how much I enjoy coming into work and spending time with these guys. Like, if I'm spending the time away from my family with anybody, I want it to be these guys. So that sometimes there's emotion within the game, and I know that's speculation of not getting the ball or anything like that. I'm not going to go into any of that. But I know that, I guess what I'm saying is, I've lived this. Like, there's going to be ups and there's going to be downs through the season. And it's about, stepping in tomorrow and, getting better from this tape. And, I do know this about this team. They genuinely like being around each other, and they genuinely, one of their greatest motivation is not wanting to let each other down. And so, they want to make plays for each other. They want to do the right thing for each other. And I got no doubt that, we'll be in a good spot tomorrow moving forward.
Two more, please. Jefferson's fumble at the end of the first half, and the way you guys came back with the field goal. How much did that kind of boost you coming into the second half?
Yeah, man, Jake. I mean, first of all, excellent hustle by Terrell to finish on the play, right? Just a phenomenal hustle effort by Terrell Edmonds to get that ball out going into the end zone, and then. Obviously that's a touchback. We get it not at the 25, but at the 20. And, we just want to see what was going to happen there. And Boston sprung two out and, end up getting ourselves in position for Jake to hit a huge – hey, when your kicker hits a 61-yarder, that's pretty exciting, right? And so, I think that, I don't know, to say going up 6 at half as opposed to 3, sure, yeah, 6 is better than 3. So we were excited about that. But I just think the operation there was outstanding by our offense. And then the operation of the field goal was outstanding by our special teams.
Nick, the state of the passing game, what are you seeing through 2 games?
These two defenses have done a really nice job of keeping everything in front of them and limiting some of our explosive plays. And so as coaches, we got to figure it's you want to take what the defense gives you, but you also. And you want to be patient, but you also want to hit some explosives. And I don't know exactly what the stats say of what we were explosive play-wise today, but I think that I just would credit the two defenses that we played. Coach Belichick and Steve's defense with New England, and then also with Coach Flores' defense tonight did a good job of keeping things in front of them and limiting our explosive plays. So of course we want to be able to create some more explosives. We had the big one to Devontae, obviously 2 big ones to Devontae that put him up over 100 yards. But again, we'll go back. I got to watch the game tonight and figure out how we can create some more explosives.
All right,
Go ahead, John.
We got one more.
A little bit there. Also, Josh had to play. You were banged up. Nick Morrow had to play. And they all seemed to hold up pretty well.
Yeah, I thought.
What did you think?
I'll watch the tape, see what happened, and I thought they did a nice job. Next man up mentality. We've had already probably a little more injuries than we had a year ago, and so I'm just pleased with the depth that we have. The coaches have done a nice job of creating, developing the depth, and those guys have done a nice job of being ready to play. Howie's done a nice job of having the right guys in here to be the depth. So we'll just keep getting better. Hopefully, get some of these guys back.
All right, thank you.
All right, thanks, guys.